Hello, I've just been informed that if you wish to look fly like Ella and myself, then you should click your way to Kreatve.com. On this website is remarkable designs, t-shirts, jackets, hats, hoodies, sweatpants, and more to come. We also have courses if you're looking to advance in your musical endeavors. Once you visit our website, it's pretty awesome. But once you make a buy, it's remarkable. It supports the channel and me. Please don't tell Elle if I said that, but he has not paid me yet. So buy away. Let's continue this journey in creating a movement of creatives around the world that can create with their inner creative juices. Musicians, music producers, beat makers, singers, club promoters, whomever you are in this industry, join me while we expand. As Ellip always says, stay creative without rules, but I have another saying. May the creative forces be with you. I made it up myself. Some people may think I'm Ellip, but I'm really not Ellip. He doesn't look anything like me. This commercial is now over. Back to the video.
What's up, guys? It's Friday. I'm Ella from Creative Sound. Welcome back, guys. This is a live stream, which means that these videos are super long. So brace yourselves. Go pop some popcorn. Go grab a drink. Do whatever it is that you got to do, because this is what it is. So today we're going to focus more in Studio One using patterns. That's something I want to explore a little bit more, because I think it's really cool using patterns to create a beat really quick. It reminds me of Machine in a way, the way that you can use patterns. I was playing around with it, and I know for a fact that I'm going to stumble across some things that I don't know. So that's why we're exploring it more. We're doing it live on air, and yeah, we're going to explore it together and see what's good with patterns. So also to let you guys know, the description area is filled with beautiful links that you can visit. And if you find something interesting to you, it helps me out as a YouTuber, because I do these videos for free, and it doesn't cost you anything extra to go and buy Scalar 2, or if you see the Complete Control, you want to go ahead and purchase that, or I don't know, whatever else that's in those links. Different things that I'm using around the studio, the machine, the Atom SQ, the speakers, headphones, all that is in the list somewhere down there. So yeah, feel free to explore yourself. Also, something else I was going to share with you guys, and I just lost the train of thought. But Discord. We have a community on Discord where you guys can go, and we can, it's like a support or just, checking up on each other, back and forth, sharing stuff, links. If you want to share sounds that you created, that's a wonderful place to do that. If you want me to do check your music out, check your beats out, you want critiques, that's the wonderful place to do that. So yeah, join the Discord. The link is also in the description. It's towards the bottom actually. And yeah, that's where we get it lit right there in that group. All right. So it's Friday, guys, and y'all ain't got nothing else to do. Well, actually, you do, and I appreciate you guys. It's no better than being right here on a Friday. Creative session 29, guys. We've been growing strong. What's up, Javion? What's up, SL Studio? Hello, back at you. Appreciate you guys for joining. All right. So of course the Q&A. If you guys have questions, feel free to ask your questions. I'll do the best I can to answer those questions. Greetings, Black Ad. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? So let's dive a little bit deeper into Studio One using patterns. Let's just go right to it. All right. So working with patterns in Studio One is pretty cool. Let me erase this. I was just working with something. Patterns is not specific to Studio One instruments. It's basically just another way of working. So you got like your regular parts where we insert MIDI, and then you have patterns. So first thing I'm going to do here is grab a impact. Let's go ahead and drag in impact right quick. Impact is Studio One's way of drum machine. All right, so this is impact. Drag that over, and I'm gonna go and grab something from somewhere. Give me 1 second. It's interesting how my keyboard is not working. Let me see. Let me make sure. Okay, I got all inputs going on. So I guess this is a great way to test everything. Yeah, everything is live. Let's reconnect everything. That's interesting. Nothing. And I was just playing in here. That's interesting, y'all. What did y'all do? Oh, that's weird. Okay, so you got to be on the track. That makes sense. But I thought I was on the track. That I don't. Okay, whatever. All right. So in case y'all have that problem, you know now. All right. So these are live sessions. I can't edit that part out. I'm just looking for some cool sounds to start with. Okay. All right. So anyway, something cool I learned. I learned this from Gregor, as a matter of fact. So what you could do here is select the range that you want to work with, if you know it. And to go straight to patterns, you just hit Option and double click, and it create patterns automatically for you. That's a cool trick. That's a fast workflow. Or if you just double click, it will create, the regular part, lane, as you see down here. Right. So I guess on the PC, it's Alt click to get the patterns. So I'm gonna Option click because I'm on a Mac to get the patterns straight away. And just real quick, I could just start creating. Right. So I know that that's not what I want to do. Okay, I'm just analyzing the BPM. All right, so what I want to do here is increase the resolution. No, I want to increase the steps because I want to make this 4. Okay, so that's 2 bars. Let's increase it even further. All right, so I made it 4 bars. Let's get rid of this for real quick. If you guys can see that, I'm trying to do my best to show how it really looks. Okay. So if I do like this is really the length of the pattern. So 1 to 4 is 4 bars. But if I go like this, it's like it's repeating itself. So if I go even outside of this, it just repeats itself. So the real length of this pattern is actually 4 bars long. So I hope y'all understand that. Right? So I could come back here to this kick and continue going. I could shift stuff down. Right? So I think that's not what I want to do. So I won't put right there. Let's pin this. So put that in there. Let's not do that. Now, the snare sound, I think I want to repeat this, but instead of like trying to insert it in every time, I can actually decrease the steps here. Let's say 32. So that's just a quick way of working, but actually I want to go back to 64 because I want to change it up. Right. So that's one way of doing it. And then like if I want to put some hi-hats in here. Put some repeats in there. Right. So for this one, so if I put repeats right here, I kind of want this to carry out the next two beats. So I'm gonna erase that, and then I learned this. You hit shift and drag it over. So from one beat to the next, it makes this longer. Right. Right. So that was really quick. And then you got these other options where you can do like probability, like it may or like every it may or may not type thing. Let's say if I do turn this down, probability, let's see. Right. So it didn't play that time. Let's see what happens the next time around. Oh, it didn't play at all. So let's go 50. So we're at 54. Let's see what it'll do next time. Okay, that's interesting. let's do something different then. So this is a great way of like just whatever you put there, it may or may not play. Like it's like a variation every time it comes around. So if that's something that interests you guys, that's great. So I want to put the probability back, and because I did all of this, instead of going here and going like this one by one, I can just hit shift and get everything to come back in like that. Or if I don't want to do that, I can activate the absolute value by hitting Option on the Mac and I guess Alt on a PC. So it keeps the absolute values, so I can raise everything at once, but everything stays at their respective volume. You know what I mean? So it's like absolute values. Cool. That's dope. I like it. Same for velocity. So I could just print this in. Right. Shift, bring it back in. I know these is loud. That's actually a pretty cool, quick way to decrease the volume. So it's kind of like I take this as a way of mixing on fly instead of me going back into Impact, because in Impact, you can go to each pad and decrease the volume by hitting amp, but that's just too much. Just going back and forth. Or you can just you can route these out to its individual channels or whatnot, and you can mix like that. That's another way of doing it. But if you working like this and you just trying to create something really quick, then exploring this way of like adjusting the volume real quick by hitting shift and then just take everything down at the same time. I like that. I like that a whole lot better. So something I've never did. Let me see. If I right click and say, I can copy lane, I can fill lane, set every 2 steps, every 4 steps, shift lane, double resolution, half resolution, copy pattern. All right, so let's copy lane. And because I copied it, let's paste. Oh, snap. That's good. So let's mute the first one. Let's go back in Impact and change. course, I can go and grab. Okay, I think I like that a lot better. Let's change that. I'll change the hi-hats as well. Cool. So I got this first kick. This is powerful. I've learned this, and I wanted to teach it back to you guys. So I muted the first kick, and patterns actually remember these things because this is why I say this. So if I change the variation, say I copy this variation. Wait a second. I need to get to the. Yeah, there we go. I want y'all to see that. So information, I'm gonna copy this variation and say I want this kick instead, and I want, switch it up. Switch up the variation. All right. So the other cool thing is when you record, you can also record straight in here. You don't have to only insert things in patterns this way, as you guys see me do here on the inside of Studio One. You can also just record straight in using whatever keyboard that you're using. But in this case, I'm gonna be using the SQ to demonstrate what I'm talking about here. So I'm down at the bottom, and you definitely want to make sure that you distinguish which section. I'm gonna show y'all. So you can make a mistake, and you guys just have to explore it. It does matter where you are. Like, you gotta be down here. Like, if you notice, it's kind of hard to see what's highlighted, but there's like this square thing around that highlights around the section that you are currently working on. If you are up here and you start recording, thinking that you're recording in patterns, you're going to overwrite everything you just did. Right? So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to show you how. You got to make that distinction first. right? So I'm recording on top of that, but this is what it did. So I got part of patterns here, I guess, but patterns is on top of this. So you gotta make sure that you don't do that. You don't make that mistake. But I was exploring this earlier. I know that you can probably create a pattern and you can create a part and put a pattern on top of the part. That is what I explored not too long ago. I was like, whoa, that's powerful. And that's what remind me of clips. So I just want to show y'all that right quick. Just before y'all make that mistake. So you just definitely want to make sure you distinguish where you are. And you may want to just, I don't know. But you know what? The patterns don't get overridden. It just stays there. So if I do it this way, it'll be cool if I can. All right, so I'm gonna hit record. Wait, no, it didn't do it because I was on the top half. That's why. And I just told you I don't do that. I know what I did. I tried to open the pattern up. Okay, so now I gotta click down here. That's the thing, guys. That's the. All right, so let's record. And the way that you know that you're recording in patterns is by identifying this button right here. It you'll know. So this is the record button for patterns, and then down here it's always gonna record. Let me see. Yeah, the one at the bottom will always show. It's like right here. But once I'm ready to record in here, actually it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if this is on or not, but I think what's happening is when I hit the record, like from the SQ, both of them will activate. So, but you can use this here and just activate this like, yeah, it's one of those things. Like, I guess it doesn't really matter. And again, I'm gonna go to velocity here. Hit shift. Actually, I didn't want to do that. I'm gonna hit options to keep the absolute. Change the variation. I'll put that in there. Let's change the variation. Okay. So something else I thought was cool, because if you guys create patterns and you want to use the same, you find yourself using the same patterns, you can also you can kind of create yourself like a preset for yourself, and keep things moving forward. Like you just grab that pattern. All you gotta do here is go to your file section. I think you can put it in the loop section as well, but I'm gonna find a place where I want to. I'll say templates. I'm gonna put it in my templates. V5. No, I don't want to put it in the templates. Let's put it in presets. Okay, I should have made a folder for this. So let's make a folder right quick, because I want to be organized. So, let's say Studio One. Let's say all right. So I made a folder. I'm gonna call it patterns. So inside of here, it should say patterns. Let's refresh it. There we go, patterns. So I'm gonna drag this to my patterns and then put it there. So I'm gonna delete this. Matter of fact, let's get rid of the kit. I want to see. I want to test this and see how good this is. All right, so I'm deleting all of this. Let's get rid of it. Go. Bye-bye. It's out of there. Now we had a blank slate. So I'm going to double click this. So this thing is playing everything that I just did. Like it's audio. And if I right click on it, it will give me this show package content, and it gives me this information right here. Like you got all these other details in here. It's really cool. But anyway, I just want to drag this over. Let's drag that over and check that out. So it puts it back there. Yo. That's crazy. My variation still there. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Exploring patterns even more. What's up, E-Clip? What's up, Rob? E-Hall. Still hoping that they will incorporate sample one with impact like Logic. I've been pushing this request hard. I just knew 5.1 had it. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's cool. That's cool. That's something I will hope to see as well. But I'm just thinking, like, based on the way they work, they probably don't see the value yet. It may be something that comes in 5.5, but I don't know. I don't know. You know, I got to remind you guys that we're working with Germans, and the way that those developers work out there in Germany, they have a different they have a different workflow. Their background is mostly techno style music. So the way, yeah, it's just the way that they work, it's a little bit different from how us Americans work, or how we like to work. You know, nothing against the techno world. It's a great world. It's a lot of nothing but positivity and love for that community. But like us in America, for the style of music, I per se, like urban world, you know, we kind of see things or hear things or do things differently. So it could be the reason why Logic has a certain type of workflow that caters more to the way Americans like to work, you know. They're located in California, like the headquarters is in California, yo. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Like Americans thinking like Americans. And then you got the Germans that's trying to catch up with how we like to work. So that, I feel like that there might be a little gap there. So it has to be something that makes sense to them, and then they'll implement it. Who knows? We may see it in the next update. I don't know, but that's definitely something that, yeah, if you put it in the forums and request that, and everybody go and hit thumbs up on that, then they gotta sit down at the table and be like, you know what, this guy, this E-Hall guy, got a lot of likes or a lot of people wanting this feature. What you guys think? And then everyone at the table said, well, I don't understand the purpose behind combining them two together. I don't know. I don't think we can do that. And then you got, I don't know. I don't know what goes on in the boardroom when they make decisions on what goes and what don't go, but it's usually like, yeah, I don't know. That's definitely something I would like to see. I would love to see that. That would be really cool. That will be really cool, because oftentimes there are bass sounds that are included inside the impact. Like any sampler, add an 808 in there, but we want to tune that stuff. See, we're not doing techno. Like techno, you might add a bass note, doom, and the bass note might be at a nice pitch, steady pitch. But we are melodic. We like to move notes around. So is that saying that you shouldn't put a bass note inside the impact? Like, because it almost don't make sense for our style of music. Don't put a bass note, a bass sample inside the impact, because it makes no sense. You have no way of melodically changing the pitch, the bass notes. It's just one note. So what I do exactly what I like to see. If I hear a bass, like in the pack, a bass note that I like, all I do is just resample it inside of sample one, and then use sample one to make the bass line, right? It would be dope. Yeah, that definitely would be dope to have impact and sample one somehow be able to convert notes that we want to move up and down. Yeah, that would be a great thing. But the good thing is that patterns can handle melodic notes or one shots. So that's a great thing about patterns. So we are on the right track. So who knows? What's good? I'll be sure. B number. Ooh, what it do? Thanks for all of the vids. Learned a lot from what Adam SQ do. You feel like the MK3 is used less by you now? No, it is not. It is not. I still use the MK3 pretty heavy. Pretty heavy. It's my workflow, It's a part of my workflow. I use both of them. I use all of the tools. I use all these tools. So it's not. It's one of those things where it just depends on what I'm doing. What am I going for, right? I will admit there are some days that I don't touch the machine at all because of when I'm doing the Studio One. There are days like that, and there are days where I don't touch Studio One at all, and I just do everything in machine. It just depends on what I'm doing. There are a lot more days that I'm using machine inside of Studio One than ever because of the workflow. So I don't use it less. The Adam SQ is like, it's like a tool that was placed under me. You know what I'm saying? It's like it added value to my setup. That's kind of how I would word that. It just was something else added to my setup, because the SQ can control Studio One really nicely. But I still love the machine because of the ecosystem. There's a lot of stuff in there that I use, and I find valuable to the workflow. So S1 gang is in the building. What's up, son? Grimy News is here. What's up, Grimy Needles? I wonder if you from New York. Like your name sound like you from New York. Grimy Needle. Yeah, it sound like you from the NYC somewhere. It's just said sample one and impact don't make sense. Well, here's my thoughts on that. At least not how people think they want. Being on Ellip suggest send past sample one. Yeah, that yeah, right. I think maybe how I explained it, it didn't come across the the way that you interpret it, I guess. New Orleans, all right, cool. It's just your name just sounds like New York, like you. Yeah, I don't know. You got that grimy needle, yo son. Like you got that New York slang or something. I don't know. That's just me. I'm just having fun. If Studio One offer you a position to work for them, but at home, would you take it? Absolutely. That's not even a question. Let's get that off the screen. Like that's automatic. You should know that. I mean, yeah, I think Studio One is a good company to work for. So that explains why FL Sound is centered to the EDM. Could be. That's also the reason why the machine kind of has that, because those are, again, Germans. Machine was created by Germans. So machine is, they don't put it on the machine no more. Wait. They haven't ever put it on the machine. But like if you look at, like if you was to buy the machine, there was always, I think it's on the box, but it's considered the groove box. The Machina groove box. Like if I'm looking to buy something, I'm not gonna buy it based on that name. That name alone right there just says techno all on it. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like an 808 machine. Groove box. It sounds like one of those Rollins, like that's designed for people who into house music, techno, and something. It come with those original 808 sounds. You know what I mean? Back in the day, 808, 909 kits, 606 kits. That's when you say groove box. What I that's how I interpret that. But Native Instruments has done a great job over the years, and actually they really never changed that much. They just added stuff to things here and there, and I guess we kind of adapt to the way this thing works. But we always take things and make it our own, right? Like for instance, Studio One, I don't think was the original idea wasn't for music production. I do know that, but somebody took Studio One and started creating music in there in the way that it wasn't intended, and then now we got these. Now we hear, right? Now we had patterns. Like, whoa, who would have ever imagined that? So I remember when people was complaining about that, like we don't have no step sequencer in Studio One. And I did a video one time on how to get that style, like how you can step sequence in Studio One. You know what I mean? Kind of like look, but it was like you had to set up things certain way to look at it. How like, but now we have patterns now, so that video is obsolete. Probably need to delete that video. I don't know. Hip hop is EDM. It depends. It depends on one's interpretation, because hip hop is okay. If we're going in that direction, then EDM is everything. Pop is EDM. R&B is EDM. Um, jazz. No, jazz is not, because that's acoustic instruments. But anything that you create on the computer using some form of sampling or sequential idea, it's all EDM, because EDM is the the acronym EDM is electronic dance music. So all of this is electronic. Everybody is dancing, but the word dance, it's like it kind of falls like it's like in the vein. EDM will be like the urban, I guess, more of a urban style to it, like urban, because you got techno. I don't know all of the terms, but you got techno, you got dance, you got pop, you got um house music. EDM is kind of another form of that, so to speak, but it's EDM is like that raging. It kind of falls into the urban style of it, kind of so to speak. I don't know how to explain it, but um, there's a reason why EDM is EDM and hip hop is hip hop. They're two different things when you think about it. Cool. Thanks. I was debating about picking up the SQ. We have a very similar setup. Keep those grooves, man. Great stuff. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Beat number. Nah, hip hop is not EDM. Hey, fan. What's up, K Bill? What's up, K Bill? Yeah. So to that point, um, that hip hop being EDM, that's very subjective. I would not I would not label it. I wouldn't put it in the same. I think hip hop and EDM is probably two opposite things. But actually, but see again, the it depends on. See, nowadays we're in the days right now where there's a lot of meshing going on. For instance, hip hop has that R&B sound, so hip hop has gotten, I guess, a little softer, so to speak, and that's also subjective because hip hop is hip hop, but the label that they give hip hop with that R&B melodic vein, like that melodic uh, aspect. Now hip hop and R&B got that. They could be mish, like it's like a thin line now between them. Like what would you label it as, hip hop or R&B? You know, now they got that, and also pop. Pop has came and meshed with these things. Now, like you got pop on top of the R&B sound together. So it's like pop R&B, right? And or like um but I feel like they all kind of have that hip hop influence, so to speak, because it becomes hip hop when a rapper gets on it, right? There's no rapper in R&B, but if there's a singer on the song, it's like it's that's the R&B aspect of it. But then once you put a rapper on there, now it becomes hip hop. So now it's like hip hop R&B or pop R&B or hip hop pop. I don't even want to say it like that, but yeah. So it just depends on what music you listen to, because then it kind of like it's a play on your interpretation of what that style is, depending on what you're listening to. You know what I'm saying? Um, and then I heard some music where you got the house vibe to it, but then there's some R&B people come in on that, and it turns it into like a dance with that raspy R&B voice on there. So it's it just depends on it. It just depends. Oh no, definitely, I get it. Yeah, no difference in the tools. If that was what you were saying, then yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, EDM. You know, if you're saying if we speak in tools, the same tools you use to make hip hop, same tools you make EDM, and it's also the same tools you will use to make R&B, same tools you would make to make pop music, dance music, techno, all of the stuff. Um, and I would say, um, because note repeat is it's a valuable tool to have on your device, um, in all of those genres, because most of it's being like quantized or whatever. Now, when you start talking about now, like hip hop, like boom bap, you know, chill, grimy, and then we go into lo-fi, then you kind of move away from the quantized world because everything is like kind of close to realistic human vibes, which I addressed those a few times. I had some of you guys that came on and was like, why wouldn't you use quantized? You know, and then I have to explain, you know, the style of music. It depends on what the field require. What the, you know, when you get into it, you got to be able to determine if you need to quantize or don't quantize, which is why quantize is a feature that you are able to turn on and off, because that's a feature. It's like it just depends on you. So yeah, how did we get in this topic? EDM is country, opera. Absolutely. I see the vibes. I see the vibes. I see where y'all taking this. You meant the sound, not the genre. I already caught on. I already caught on to what you were saying, K Bill. I see the vibes. Yeah, blending styles. Yep. Black metal is opera in a Halloween kind of way. Can black metal and hip hop come together? Yeah. Black metal and hip hop has, well, I don't know. I'm not really sure about the term black metal, but I know metal and hip hop has meshed together several times. There are several records. I mean, not often, but that has happened several times in the past. So, uh, yeah, that definitely can happen. Where you got rappers performing on a metal song. Ryan, what's up? When you're looking for the new thing, nothing beats borrowing from other genres to come up with some vibes. I think y'all see me do that several times. That's what's up. That's what's up. S1 has the groove presets, SP1200 and MPC. Yeah, yeah, it does. It does. Which I never use because I'm always interested in creating my own style or whatever. But yeah, it does have those presets in there. I seen it in there. I think I used it one time. But yeah, patterns right here, yo. Patterns is on a whole nother level, and they keep updating this thing. So if we take this a step further, right, and let me show y'all this setup. So I'm gonna get rid of patterns. No, I'll put it back. Never mind. Let's keep it. Let's change the variation. Now, with the SQ, this is where the value of the SQ, well, not all the way. This wouldn't be the 100% reason why you should get the SQ, but when you buy the SQ, you'll see the value, because if you're into stuff like this, then this is where you can take things. So I just have to be Each mode actually changes something up. So if I'm on editor, everything is color coded, right? As you know, you guys can color code impact. So that's where the colors in here is coming from. So if you're sufficient that way in color coding everything, then it makes it easy to see what's going on. So this bottom row becomes your step sequencer or patterns. Your top row becomes the instrument. And every time I click on the pad, the bottom row reflects the pattern. So right here, you can see that the patterns reflect, what I inserted. There's nothing here because I didn't use that one. There's a pattern there. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. But I used this one. And just as I clicked manually those different notes, you can do it straight from the SQ. So just say, for instance, this right here, I can delete them all. Okay, so now there's nothing in there. I'm just throwing random stuff in here. And this button right here, it's like toggles between the different pages, depending on your resolution. So it's really cool. Let's see. Let's change the swing. Really cool. I can also change the steps from here too. So say I only want 4 steps. Take this to 16. So this make changes to the entire patterns I see. Let's take this back to 32. And then these buttons right here can toggle the different pages that I see in this screen. I could change the way the layout looks. So this is switching between the drum view and the melodic view. Really cool. And these are my octaves. So say like I had things going on like up here somewhere. Go back down. Yeah. Yeah. Really cool. Really cool. I want to change the variation. I can do that from here. So this will be the reason why you will want to use the SQ, because it controls Studio One in a huge way. I could duplicate this variation if I wanted to. And of course, when you hit shift, you insert other parameters. I could choose to you see how this is controlling, you know, your view. And this is what I mean by controlling Studio One. Well, I didn't realize I can shift. So that shifts the, wow, okay. It just shifted. Let's shift the kick. You know, this can inspire some new ideas, some things y'all probably would have never. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, what does this knob do? Don't think it does anything. As y'all can see, I'm having so much fun. That's what it is right now. That's what it is. Stop. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. Thumbs up on the video, guys, if you are finding value here, because that's what I hope to do. I want to be able to apply. Okay. I want to be able to apply groove presets to patterns. Yeah, that would be a good idea. But actually, there's a way to do that. Now that I'm thinking about it, now this is going to cause me to explore the grooves now, because you know, you could put a groove in a part and convert that part into a pattern. You could definitely do that as well. JB say hit that like button, guys. I agree with him. Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, some new updates. I think that was 5.1, updating 5.1 where we can do a lot more with the SQ. A lot of cool things that make sense. So, good stuff, good stuff. So, let me see if I can let me see if I could do that. It said check exchange. Yeah, exchange is another good place to go and grab patterns or whatever. Um Sequence grooves or whatnot. People sharing stuff. Me personally, me personally, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I can upload some patterns to exchange. I still feel like that I'm not trying to bash the community, but I don't think there's a lot of urban hip hop, trap, pop, EDM, whatever type folk in the community yet as of yet that does stuff on exchange like that. I feel like I'll be downloading something very cheesy, for lack of a better term. Something very cheesy from exchange. But you could do it. You could definitely do it. And you could change stuff and make it your own. If you someone that has no idea, if you just want to play around and see what other people are thinking or get inspired, yeah, absolutely. But I just feel like some of the stuff on there, that the exchange hasn't gotten really, really serious yet. Like it's not one of those things that I hype up like, man, y'all gotta go to exchange and grab these joints because these people they uploading some fire on there. You know what I'm saying? Like I just kind of I don't know, like I downloaded a few stuff and I was like, what is this? This is but to each his own. To each his own. I don't want to get into that though. Just press buttons and knobs and see what man, that's what it is. That's what it is, yo. Only thing I've seen was NPC 1000 and 3000 grooves. Ah, you know what? Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. So, what is exchange? Good question. Let's visit that. So, exchange is basically this area in your shop. Let me go back. Okay, never mind. It's in your cloud. Sorry. It's in your cloud. Your shop is another good area to go and grab stuff. But okay, so your cloud is all a part of your browse section. Sign in. I'm signing in. Come on, sign in. You gotta have internet. Double click. Let's see. Grooves, patterns. Let's double click that. So the exchange is a place where collaborators come and they upload stuff and you can download from it. It's like a community. So if I double click here, patterns, there's 80s disco patterns. And I can install that if I wanted to. Let's see, test. Someone uploaded a test. All right. I can't hear it. It would be nice to hear the patterns, but I guess it's just patterns. Drum patterns. Afro pattern. That would be cool. Because I was just doing an Afro beat the other day. So the Afro pattern, great for hip hop impact sampler or now keep in mind, oh, there's a play button right here. Okay. Probably because I don't have the samples. I'm gonna download it. I'm gonna install it. So that's a pattern, right? I'm gonna install that, and then okay, let's hit other. pattern. I don't know what that is. But the Afro joint is the only one that I could play, at least. Let's see, grooves. Grooves, hip hop, fat track. Logic swings. So yeah, Exchange is good for stuff like this. Like you can download like key switches from here. Like say like you have complete if you're working from contact or whatever. I think I seen somebody put key switches in here, which is like key switches. It's like a cheat sheet. Like somebody did it for you. You just drag the stuff over and just find the instrument that you have. Okay, contact. If you got reason rack plug-in. Huh. That would be interesting to explore because I have the Reason rack plug-in. So you can rack up some pretty cool stuff here. Reason A-list guitar key switches. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna grab that one. Spitfire. If you have Spitfire, there's key switches for that. Studio One. You just got to kind of look through it. But I just feel like the patterns and like stuff that people do is I don't know. But hey, explore this stuff. Presets. You got presets in here. So there's Fab Filter. So if you have Fab Filter Pro, the Pro Q, like there's a preset for that. I don't know what this question mark means. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. Okay, personas. Okay. Mai Tai. So there's okay. This one I probably can explore more and see. 808 trap. 808 trapping. In Mai Tai? Why not? Let's install that. So you have the community inside of Studio One, so you don't have to leave and go nowhere. That's what this is about. So if I go to shop, it's the same. It's kind of the same thing in shop. Y'all probably didn't even know you can do all of this. So virtual instrument content. Let's see what pops up. You can buy stuff straight from the shop inside of Studio One. So you say like you're working on. I remember when this was like the marketing strategy when I first came around. This is what they marketed to me. Let's see, Deep Flight 1, which is a fairly new. If you have Sphere, you have this for free. But if you don't and you just want to grab this, it's $100. So I could play this. All of this is inside of Studio One. I ain't went to no page or nothing. So you could test this stuff out right quick. Let's see, what is this? Silence of Jams. That's a cool pack. But yeah. Let's see what this is. Speaker Freaker. Let's see what that is. All right. Street Conductor. $30. Do I want to buy this? You know what I'm saying? That's what these other buttons are in the background, in case y'all didn't know. All right, so let's go back to these grooves. My man was saying that there was some NPC grooves in here. Where is that? There's grits and lead, groove delay, beat delay. I need to upload to Exchange. I got some macros. That's what's up. We can make this a community thing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come on the stream, be like, "Hey, bro, I just uploaded some macros, or I just upload some presets. I want you to check them out." And I could just go here right quick and download this up and check them out. Like, boom. That will be pretty cool. Is it new? I'm still on 4. No, this is nothing new. This has always been the exchange area and the shop area has always been a part of Studio One as long as I've known. I've joined the Personas community at 3.0, so this has always been here. You just have to go to now. It does. I think it I don't know. Which version do you have? Are you on a professional version or the artist? I don't know what's available to any versions below professional, but um you said it's a money thing for the upgrade. I'm on Serato Studio right now, and that's the last thing I was hyped to. Okay. Well, if Serato Studio works for you, that work for you. That's cool. Whatever that gets the ball rolling. Exchange is like crate digging. You just might get lucky. Right. You might find something helpful too. Right, exactly. I agree. I agree. I found a couple of things, so I'm not going to bash Exchange. I think Exchange is a wonderful opportunity. It's great that they have this integration because I can upload some stuff on here too, and make it free for the community. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a great way of exchanging presets or whatever the case may be, grooves, templates, things like that, macros. It's a great tool to have inside of Studio One. It's just that some of the stuff that people upload is not necessarily my taste or what I have in mind. Sometimes it's just like some of the stuff just be like kind of cheesy to me. So just like Ron said, it's digging in the crates, man. If more and more people contribute to it, it could probably be more of a saturated area where there are really cool things on there. Have you searched for coffee undergrooves? I have to search for coffee undergrooves. In exchange? Sorry, I can't be present on your live streams. Okay, that's fine. No worries. Thumbs up though. Give me a thumb up before you leave. Thumb up, please. Appreciate it. E nice. What's up? What's up? So back to this question. Search for coffee. Let me do that. Let's try that. Coffee grooves. Hit this. Let's see. Coffee grooves. Ah. Aha. So that means that when you know what you're looking for, sometimes things pop up. So this is the okay. Okay. All right. I'm about to download a few of these. NPC 1000. Let me see. I I was using the 2000. And the 2000 and 5000 was like my home where I did most, but I guess it doesn't matter. It's just grooves. But my man said coffee. It said MPC 1000, MPC 1000, and I'm gonna install that. Now, based on the name Coffee Grooves, is that like lo-fi? Then that would be fire. That would be fire. Let me get those. Let me get that. Wouldn't hurt to test the stuff out. And these are sound sets too. Get the Makai MPC 1000 and the 3000. These are like the swings, 52%. Let's download it. Why not? Let's download it. It's only 2 kilobytes, right? Like, whatever. Let's grab that one too. The Electron, whatever. Coffee Grooves, the description collection that is available as Soundset. The groove pattern was originally made for Logic Pro by guys from Logic Cafe. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, shoot, install them all. What the heck? Have several things to play around with. All right. All right. I want to test this out. So, being that these are sound sets, being that these are sound sets, let me see. Refresh. Let's refresh this as well. Maybe these are made. Maybe these are made available. Okay, refresh. I wonder if it's made available immediately. Like, does it fall under here? That's the question. Let's go up here. Let's go where the grooves are. Where are the grooves? I forget where that stuff is. Okay, groove. I forgot how to. Okay, these are the grooves right here. So if I want to see the grooves, it would be right there. What all did I download? Some Afro pop. Oh, I could just drag this stuff in. I'm gonna just drag it in. Throw this up here. Wait. Let's go for this one. Will it do it? No, it won't do it. Or maybe I have to put it somewhere. Maybe I have to put it. Nope. Show in Finder. Let's analyze. Oh, okay. I see it. Coffee grooves. This is okay. It definitely put it where it's supposed to go. Sound set in my sound set folder. So that means this is my sound sets. I don't know why. Oh, never mind. Sound sets. Okay, if I go to the coffee groove presets, aha, this is what I drag up there. I think drag that up there. Um, let's see. If I drag that down, what are we looking at? Let's mute that. Got to put a sound there, of course. Actually, let me see. That's probably not what I'm really looking for. I think this is just the way that you quantize the entire loop. So let me go back up here. Let me see. If it works like that. So this is the grid. Yeah, I don't play with this stuff as often. Oh, this is another place where you can grab stuff from. Okay, all right. You know. That's cool. That's cool. Check that out. Yeah. Okay. Apply apply that. I'm totally butchering the way you're supposed to do all this. So let's visit the bro. No means do you mean give stuff away for free, but sometimes if you stuck moving your material, and I'm a joke for say it becomes it's a hobby. Yeah. You know, I hope you guys didn't take that the wrong way. What I just said. Um, Exchange is a wonderful place to grab ideas and things that help you move forward. I've grabbed stuff from Exchange. I think I'm thinking about making some stuff available on Exchange myself. No problem. No problem. Um, I guess it's just the way that I like. Never mind. Yeah, if you're stuck, great place to go and grab ideas. Absolutely. Well said. I'm not gonna go further. Sometimes I do buy sample loop packs. Maybe I should be one. Oh, what it's okay. Yeah. I mean, however you get down, I'm just looking for a disagreement about that. Why? That I don't think anyone would disagree with that. It will be in quantized preset. Yeah. Thanks, man. I had see I have a basic knowledge where this stuff goes and where it is. I just don't use it. I never really. The only time I've used Groove was when replacing the snare sounds or replacing the kick sounds. So I'll get a mix, right? And the drums on this song that they sent me in this project, the drums sound so terrible. Like sometimes I get guys that just record stuff and the mics are, when you're recording drums, there's a technique when recording drums. Sometimes those techniques are not carried out by everybody because everybody don't know. But um, sometimes recording drums, you got to be able to record drums in an area where it's decent room acoustics and whatnot, that type of thing. Also, the drums itself, it has to sound good. I don't get projects that people record good drums So I have to often switch out the snare and the kick, the toms, right? And I'll leave the crash there, obviously, and just kind of tweak that. So what I'll do is I'll like the way the kick, for the exact, instead of like trying to find the transients and put a MIDI note there, I usually just drag the kick up to grooves, drag the snare up to grooves, because grooves creates creates the groove. It creates those transients for me. Like it's a really quick, easy, fast technique that I have. I'll drag that to grooves, then take grooves and bring it back onto the MIDI track. And then I can replace the kick, the snare, the toms or whatnot, using it doing that way. Like it's a really quick way of working. So I've done that many times, but I've never, used grooves in the way that you guys. I know that you could do that, but I just never did that. I think I did it one time, but it's not one of those constant workflow for me. Click down arrow by the 1.5, the one and one under ABCD. I discovered that. Appreciate that. A lot of people seem to get lucky doing that. Yeah, man. You have to apply the groove to it. I think I did that. Let's discover that. Let's discover that, guys. Let's see. So I'm right here. Apply. Maybe the groove is not complicated enough to move stuff. Maybe because I'm in patterns as well. Maybe that's what it is. But anyway, I can just switch this back to part if I want to. So I convert this to part. So maybe that's what I got to do. Oh, let's unmute that. I think I don't know. I kind of noticed a swing. With the shakers anyway. But we can look at it and tell every time I switch to something else. And apply. Yeah, so it does move it. That's cool. That's cool. But what if I go back to patterns, convert this back to pattern right quick? Well, it kept it though. See, this is what I was saying to you, Grimy, at first. I was like, you could probably do that in parts and then convert it to pattern. Because that's exactly what it did. Like there's this swing and it did that. Wow. Like I can, wow. That's kind of cool. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that's kind of cool there. The way that it took that and swing that like that down here. It's almost like it shifts the notes over, and it's like it's an in between. Let's discover that more. Let's see. Let's see. Will it work? Will it work if I go say like, oh, not that. Let's apply that. Nope. See, definitely can't wait. Got to be on here. Let's see. Let me go somewhere. So yeah, I think the best way to do this is like if you guys want to use groove, then you have to be in parts first. Let's go 75%. And then take this and convert this back to patterns, and it will keep it. So that's that's the only ways that I could think of that will work. If you're working with grooves, you just have to convert it. You take it to part, make sure you do that in part, and then take it to patterns, and it'll hold its place, and then you can continue working in patterns. But then you have to, but you can also like shift things over in down here in in patterns as well. You can change the swing, like this. I don't know if it made any changes. It don't look like. Let me see. Yeah, it did. It did. It did do it. So that's another way of doing it, I guess. There's a, to some people, they won't notice what's going on. Like, you playing the same thing. There we go. You notice there's 9. There's possibilities to do everything, whatever. Just like my man said, just go in here and just turn knobs, press buttons, and see what happens, and it may inspire something new. So there you have it. There you have it. What's up, God's poetry? Yep, That's it. That's it. I'm not talking about you, but as a content creator, most people come and like, I'm not moving the way I think I should. And your platform seems easier to express their feelings because you will actually. Yeah, that's what it's all about here, guys. Like, I this is my personality. I'm a very fun, chill guy, can't y'all tell? Yeah, but I know exactly where you're coming from. There's a lot of people that are stickler to one way and one way only, and that's the only way that they can interpret things. They're one minded. They stuck in one lane, and there's no other way to do it. So it's just this way, and if you don't do it that way, then you are wrong. Everybody wrong. There's something wrong with everybody, and they need to get that fixed. They need to see a doctor. They need medication because they don't know that there's only one freaking way to do one thing. That's those people, right? I'm not those people. I happen to be blessed with the mindset of knowing that there's a million and one ways to do the same exact thing. Is That's just life, which is beautiful, which makes life even more exciting because I don't have to do what you do. And that's how I customize what I do, or my life, that is. That applies to my entire life. There's like 50 million ways to get to one place. You know, Absolutely. And why not explore that, and why not embrace that? You know what I mean? That is the reason why I get a little agitated a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, I'm human. When people come on and they say negative things on the stream and say like blah 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 blah, boring, blah blah. Well, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not for everyone, obviously, but the way that I articulate something, it might be different from yours. But if you open to it, you probably can take something away. Don't be so closed-minded that you don't see the value in my workflow. You know what I'm saying? You may do things one way, I do it another way. Some people come in to the stream with that mindset. Well, if you're not doing it the way I learned it, the way I know how to do it, you're not doing it that way. So it's wrong. Thumbs down. there are people who do that. That I have experienced that, and it's like, wow, okay, well, you know, I, everybody has their own approach. This is the other reason why I don't mind sharing my knowledge, tips, and tricks that I have, things that I've learned over the years. I don't mind sharing it because after I show y'all, it's on video, it's being printed, it's being documented, it's published, guys, it's out here, right? You can follow the video to the T, but there's something in your brain that's going to allow you to take a shift somewhere. Like I see what Ellip is doing, but what if I press this button? See what happens. Ooh, I like that. That's dope. You're not going to articulate it like step by step. I'm here to show y'all and guide y'all and put the information out there and show y'all what these tools do and how you can articulate it. What it sounds like in the real world if I'm producing for a real artist, producing for a real TV show, producing for a real commercial. I put this stuff into use. I don't just come on and show y'all. Like right now, I'm just showing y'all stuff. I obviously not gonna work with those patterns. All that is garbage to me. But there's several times where I come on and I'm working on real music that I'm submitting to people and I'm getting paid for. And I don't mind showing y'all that stuff as long as I have permission from the artist, of course. But I'll show y'all that stuff, and I don't mind sharing it because you guys are going to take that and do. It's just going to be like you learn the basics. You learn the basics, and then you take it and you do what you will with it. That's how it goes. That's how the cookie crumbles here, guys. So yeah, I don't mind it. That's interesting. So that's got to be. Yeah, if you talk about the patterns, it might be new. It might be new. I'm gonna show y'all something else I thought was cool. Like in patterns, um, I know that they did something pretty unique in here. So say we got rid of all of that, right? Say that I started to create something that okay, let's do that again. Say I record the normal way, right? So 2, 3, 4. Wow, my time is all the way off today, yo. Let's attempt to make something. Let's turn on my 2, 3, 4. And just out of I want to I don't want you looping over like that. Self. Okay. So that's like my what do they call it? Poly legato something. I forgot. Right. So that's a regular part, right? That's not a pattern. That's a part. Why does it say pattern? It's not a pattern. It's definitely not a pattern. So this is just a regular MIDI, the regular way of creating music. Wait, it probably is a pattern. No, why is it? This is not a pattern. Like what's going on here? This is I don't know why it's called a pattern. It's supposed to be impact. But you know what? That's worth exploring. Like, why does it say pattern? Huh. That's interesting. That might be new too. That might be new. That might be new. That might be new, guys. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe because I did patterns before on here. Anyway, the track is labeled pattern. That's probably the major. Okay, so this is impact and this is pattern. Let's get rid of that because I'm getting confused. Okay, so this is pattern. Now it won't. Now I'm all the way confused. Wow, that might be a glitch. I don't know. Okay, it says pattern because that's what I was working on. So I'll relabel it as this. So yeah, okay, that's better. So I'm like, wait, that's not a pattern. What's going on? Okay, so this is the normal way of doing something, right? We come in and we do this, and now here's what I noticed. Like, remember I showed y'all where you could just like option click, wait, option double click, and here's my pattern. So I could go here to my pattern and just work on something real quick. Like for instance, um, say I do that with this here. Wait, let me turn my pen off. Now I do know that you could do this. And I was looking at this. I'm like, wait a second. So I could put a pattern on top of wait, let's see. Can we do that? So check this out. What? We can do that? And wherever I move this clip or pattern, it's like a clip. It's like a machine clip. So I can extend this out. I could put the pattern on top of. Like what? But you can confuse yourself because now I don't know how to flip behind and do some adjustments to the actual this track. So you got to pull this out. I don't know if they intended this to work this way, but you could definitely put a clip on top of a pattern or top of a part. So to break this down from a machine user, parts is actually a pattern. So in Studio One, it's called parts, but in machine, it's called pattern. This pattern in machine is called clips, but in Studio One, it's called pattern. So you just gotta. It's this stuff. This stuff. It gets weird. Like these different names, man. Like what are y'all doing? You would definitely confuse yourself. This pattern is actually like, yeah, it's yeah. So you just gotta remember that. Let me see. Can I change the color? Yes, I can change the color. At least I could change the color and say, this is different from this one. So if I put this on top of here, so you could do like a quick hi-hat riff or something and just go. I'm thinking the best case scenario with something like this is like maybe if you're working like on a like a song and you want to do certain things on the hook, right? So you don't want to add it in here in the part. You want to make the patterns do something pretty cool. And then you could just drag this pattern anywhere you want. It's kind of like the idea of working with machine. So it's kind of like that. So, say like that. That's the idea. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So the cool thing is that you can have parts and patterns on the same track as well. So let me see. So you could definitely do that. That's crazy. So new possibilities there. That's kind of cool. So you just have to find a workflow with that and see how that gels. I have to find how that will work into my whole idea of producing. Yeah, I have to explore that more and see what would be my, yeah. Give me a second. Give me a couple of days and figure out how that would make sense to my workflow. Um, because that could work for like a section that you want to just quickly switch up stuff, like another section of a song. We just want to just go in and do some really crazy stuff using patterns and just do something really quick, and then to go back to the part. They need to change the name. Like, why is it called part? What is a part? I don't like that name. They need to change the name. They need to put a feature request to change the name. Let's call it. They need to switch things up because that's just not making sense no more. Like, part. What is a part? Part. A part is a regular MIDI event that's considered a part. Yeah. You gotta mentally process that to get that. Yeah, the grooves, yeah, it's definitely used to quantize. Yeah, quantize in a certain kind of way, like swing or whatever, whatnot. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but like that back and forth thing, which is cool. That means that if you could switch from pattern to part, like if you're trying to articulate different things, because I know one another case scenario that I would use that I will switch back and forth like that is like if I don't know how to do something in patterns, I switch back to patterns and articulate it and bring it up and bring it back in and switch it back to patterns. And the patterns keep it. The patterns hold that. Like I thought that stuff like that. So you don't have to commit to anything. It's just like, hey, you can work either way. I'm here for you. We ain't gonna change it up. Now, what I would say is like when you do stuff like that, things does get a little weird because if you don't have the correct resolution and stuff like that, things could get a little weird. Like you can change from a pattern, from a part to a pattern, and you got to adjust the steps and the resolution to fit what you were trying to do. If that makes sense. Like I don't know if it'll do it now. So like for instance, this pattern, I want to say pattern, but it's a part. This part, if I right click, okay, it kept it. Very good. Now I could just go. If I want to repeat, where is it? Like that right there. You know, so I mean, this is there's this delay thing also. It's like a delay. Oh, you know what? Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. I think that works best if I did this over here. Let me see. Somewhat. Somewhat. So if I do like that, I think it was something. It was something, and I seen who was it that showed this delay thing? Like you can create a flam. Like if I do like this, let's see. You see that? Like it's more like a flam. If anybody know what that is. So if I don't put the delay there, this is what it sounds like. But if I put the flam, the delay in there, it kind of. Oh wait, let me get this clap back. Right. That's dope to me. That's dope. I like that. That's really dope. That if I was to do this in a part, in order to articulate that in a part, I would have to. This is what you would have to do inside of a part. So if I patterns part, yeah. If I do that in the part, yep. This is what it looks like in the part. So all it did was it moved this forward. See, from here, it moved it closer to create that flam. Or better yet, some of you guys are probably more so familiar with this in here. You see what's going on? It's like it's an overlap on it. So that's what I would have to do sometimes. Or I'll just play it that way. I usually just play it that way. Turn off the quantize, the input quantize, and just play it manually. Yeah, so that's the fact that pattern is able to do that, to articulate that, but it's just called delay. It's kind of cool. There was something else I thought was cool. I discovered this after the stream one day, and I was like, I want to like adjust the bass, like the pitch. Yes, you can use a bass or whatever. Patterns is melodic. Let me change my kick because I want to put a bass in there right quick. I'm gonna take this back to patterns because I enjoy working in patterns. I think patterns are so cool. So let's switch this back. First off, I'm gonna take this and copy the lane and paste it here. And I'm gonna mute this one. Remember, I want to adjust that real quick. No problem. Shift click. Let's get the hi-hats. It's like a quick way of mixing. All right, so bass. Remember to get a pattern real quick. Option, double click, bam, it's there. Now let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is really cool. So now I want to change the steps from 16 to 32. I could do retrospective, but I kind of want to play it a certain way. So yeah, I'm gonna be down here. Let's see. Oh, check that out. Check that. I didn't know you can do that. I'm about to lose my freaking mind, yo. I'm about to lose my mind. Wait a second. Wait a second. What's going on? I don't think y'all just sing with. Okay, maybe y'all knew this, but I didn't know it. I didn't know this. Check this out. All right, look. Um, wow. So let me go to the top. So wait. Okay, if I hit record, it'll record. Don't hit play. But that's not right though. It's not going to pick up the way that I want to record that. Yeah. But that's still cool. That's still cool. I like that. I like that. So without even hitting play. Okay. Let's get that back. I'm actually record because yeah. But it's just imagine like putting in, and it also records the velocity level. Dude. All right. I'm losing myself, yo. This is crazy. Yeah, that's accent. Let's see. I don't play with patterns much, y'all. So that, Okay, let's get that out. Let's get that out right there. All right. Let's turn this off. Oh, that's a major. Let's go all the way to 64. It's way off. Way off. Let's do that again. Let's go one. No. 132. One. Okay, I see what's doing. All right, let's get that back. How do I quickly delete them all? I need to delete them all at one time. Clear pattern. Okay, cool. Remember I said you got to be down here at the bottom. Make sure that that's clicked. So I'm right there. Let's get that back. So my input quantize wasn't on, so that's probably why it's recording. Now, how do I quantize that? Let's see. I didn't change everything up. That's probably why it's doing that. Let's see. I want it to be straight. Let's go 1/8. Let's apply that. I guess it won't work. I could definitely shift it. It's not what I want to do. So, real quick, I'll convert this. See, because now, yeah, that's converted. And then now let's quantize it. See, it's always a workaround. If it don't work, if it's not doing what you want it to do, you can always just convert. 1/16. Let's go to 1/8. Let's get that quantized. All right, so I'm gonna go back, convert back. Or I could have just like typed it in, you know. So patterns can see melodic as well. let's see. Let's explore this. So if I say, let's see, I can make this long. See that? Can make this long as well. Take this one out. See if I put a swing on it. Maybe not. Yeah. So yeah. And it doesn't matter what instrument you're in. See, I'm using the bass master, but patterns is just a function. It's, yeah, yeah. So there you have it. There you have it, guys. That's just some of the things you could do. Can you pick what you want to groove? What you want that the groove hat kick? Can you pick what? Uh, Now that one, I'm not real. I guess you can. I guess you could. If you're using grooves, you can just click. You can always shift click, select the, because that's how you could. That it's like quantize. The regular quantize. And if you use a groove, I think if you select the MIDI notes, you can apply the groove template to it. I think that's how it works. I think you can just only apply that to certain things if you want to. It doesn't apply to the entire thing unless you hit apply, I guess. Or no, I think what it applies the groove, the template to whatever you are selected on. If you have the entire event selected, then it'll apply to the whole group. And then, or if you are select like certain MIDI notes, it'll just apply to that. I think that's how it works. But don't quote me on that, but I think that's how it works because groove is the groove template is just the, you know toggling between groove and the actual quantize. So I would imagine that it both works the same way. To that respect. Yeah. So K Bill, Alshore, patterns you can. You highlight what you, yeah, I just said that. That's what's up. Um what's up, Kenny? I'll be sure. Thanks. Gravity Needle. Hey, Kenny. What's up? My mistake, I mean, with the parts, not patterns, when you are in MIDI. Yeah, I get it. We get it. Obviously, we already saw that in patterns you don't have that option to quantize in patterns, which makes sense actually when you think about it, because patterns is already locked to a step. Everything is already stepped, so you can't really necessarily shift stuff over. But it takes the shifting and things like that from patterns. I mean, from parts. So it take that and it keeps it inside of. So that is really cool to see that you know, hope is not all lost. You can just go back and forth. So that's really cool to see. I want my sound to go back also. I'm not sure if I understand that question, but you can always shift stuff back and forth. So unless you're talking about the patterns, like shifting it backwards, because right now things shift forward. Okay, I got it. Yeah, yeah. What's up, Bronx? Antoine, what's up? Antone. Yeah, I'm noticing. I'm noticing. Thank you, Ella. Been doing this for years, and even if I learned just one thing, I appreciate it. I learn more than one thing every time I watch. By the way, I'm the same way, and I appreciate you for being that way, because there's a lot of people who feel like that they know everything, and they can't pick up nothing from nobody else. You know, I'm the same way. I've been doing this for years and years and years and years. I know how to do what I got to do, right? But I'm not gonna lie to y'all. If I don't know, I'm not the manual for Studio One, so I can't come in here and be like, oh. And then, because there's a lot of things I don't use in Studio One. I use there. You guys know I have strengths in certain areas, but then you know, obviously with patterns, I don't have a strong suit in there. But I think it was I think it was pretty cool exploring that, even live with you guys, because I was able to discover something, and you guys were able to like bring up some things, and I'll explore some things just based on some of the comments in the chat, and we stumbled across some things and figured some things out, and that's kind of what it is here. So I definitely appreciate you for having that positive attitude. Um, yeah, so that's great. I'm the same way. Everything you said is why I keep coming to this channel. You are an inspiration in so many ways. If I come here to learn, you will get something. You will get something every time. Always a good creative dig here. I appreciate that, Ryan. That's great vibes, positive vibes here. I appreciate that. I'll try something not in four. There you go. Frank is going to divvy away from the four by four. There you go. Try something new, different. The new S1 patterns are fire. Absolutely, I agree. Can you bounce that down to one pattern? Um, it depends on what you're asking me. Where you talking about, like from when I was putting a pattern on top of a part? Is that what you were saying? That would be interesting to see that though. And I think you can do that. Let's try that. Let's try that. Now you got me thinking. So this is a part. This no, it's a pattern. Okay, let's turn this into a part. Say that's a part, and I put this pattern on top of it. First of all, I want to see what happens if I just glue them together. So that's not a good thing. So it didn't do it that way. So they both have to be the same thing. So this pattern right here, if I convert this back to a pattern like it was before, and I bring this pattern in here, let's see what happens. Okay. So let's see what happens. Okay, so what happened was two patterns together turns into a part. And I had to convert it back. Okay. So it didn't necessarily do what I wanted to do, because these right here was like repeats that pattern was doing. So what you could do is, I don't know if you want to go back and um, put those repeats back there. But that's what happened. It didn't necessarily do it the way that I. So I mean, I guess that's the workaround. So I could like delete this and then come here and say, um, let's go to repeat, and I could say, um, do something like that. Let me take this off. I need to delete those. Let's delete those. Oh, didn't mean to do that. And then the next time, like these little bitty dots here, I could just come down and just say, let's put that back. And now let's delete this. And then the next time it does it, why is it doing that? The placement is kind of off, actually. Interesting. It's yeah, that's kind of interesting. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Delete this. And I'm just kind of looking at these little notes here. So that means right here, I'm going to add another repeat. Note repeat there. Nope. This one right here. And delete that. And then it happens again right here. Take that. And then right here. Probably like right there. So that's the only way that I'm able to do that. Now that's if I had a pattern previously, like you guys saw me. I had a pattern and I had the repeats in there, and you go and try to mesh them both together. I'm not sure why you would want to do that, but I was just showing y'all how y'all can put a pattern on top of a part. And then I guess someone asked, what if you could combine them together? So if you combine them together, they both, first of all, they both have to be a pattern or both have to be a part. Like both of them have to be the same. And then you convert it, and then you can convert further. You can go back and forth however you want to go. Can you do it in S4? In S4, patterns were introduced in S4, I believe. So yeah, because patterns was here before 5. It was introduced in Studio 1.4. Now, to the extent of patterns and what I was able to show you guys, I don't know if all of the features are available because patterns just got some new features and things that we can do in here that we couldn't do before. So you can definitely do patterns. You got to have the latest version of Studio 1.4, I think. So if you have the latest version of that, then you can get patterns. But I don't know what you can and can't do. But yeah, even though I have FL, I can take things you do and apply it because the DAWs are similar. And as yeah. I learned how to do something right along with it. And that's the whole concept here, guys. And I try to make that point every time. This is a music production channel where I like to use Studio One machine, but you might be using Reason. That's fine. Just apply the knowledge to wherever you work. So I hope that I gain more subscriptions for that purpose. But I get it though, because if you're working at Ableton Live and you're not getting Ableton Live tutorials here, you're probably gonna go somewhere where people are teaching Ableton Live. So that's great. I have several channels. I follow Ableton Live folks. I follow people that use Reason. I got a bunch of people I follow using FL Studio, uh, Studio One. I find more people in other DAWs in Studio One because Studio One still got it's like the stigma. There's not many of us type of music producers in Studio One yet. It's only a small few, small few of us that use Studio One that has that flow that you will find. Like if you find FL Studio, what would you find? Most of the times you'll find people doing trap or something like that, or something urban, right? Studio One, that community is not saturated yet. There's still a lot of people who use Studio One to record the blues or jazz or stuff like that. So it's like, I mean, there's a nice amount of people who in Studio One that has that flavor, but it's not a lot of people like that. So I find myself following a lot of people that use Logic. You know what I'm saying? Other platforms. So that's what it is. Serato Studio is dope. Yeah, absolutely. It's very simple. I don't use it. I never use it. I've seen videos on it. I understand the concept, but I choose Studio One. Studio One is kind of my workflow. Serato Studio is probably too simple for me, the type of stuff I try to achieve. But yeah, it's definitely dope for like quick beat making or whatever. Yeah, absolutely. Use the probability on the close hat. That's what's up. So yeah, I invite you guys just to explore and to see what works. And you know, we've explored the probability a little earlier, by the way. Could you automate the delay and have it kind of wrap around like tape delay? I think the delay, the concept behind delay is to delay the actual beat, the actual that step. It's not a delay. Like it doesn't delay several times. It just delays. So all it is like if your beat is right here, boom, boom, and you apply delay to them, all it does is just shifts it. That's all it's doing. It's not creating a feedback. It's just delay, and the more you delay something, it kind of comes together with the next note and creates like a flam sound. So it's like they're almost like they're getting close together instead of like this, dun, 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 dun. When they close together, it's like so that's how delay works in patterns or whatever. If you want to create a delay, then you have to grab a delay plug and articulate that in that way. Interested to see how that one note repeat would be useful for hi-hats. Yeah. You can advance the steps with the arrow next to record. I'm not sure if there is a way to do this on SQ. You can advance the step with that arrow. Yeah. I had to process that. Absolutely. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. So we've a visit, took a dive into patterns. I learned something myself. Um yeah. It was cool. It was cool to explore some of these things, and I hope that you guys took away some cool things in here. I downloaded some stuff from Exchange. You gotta like dive in and see what this stuff is all about. And yeah. So creative session 29. Who's ready for creative session 30? So we'll dive in this coming Monday. I appreciate you guys. I will play the beat, but it's not worth playing, is it? Why not? I'm Ella from Creative Sound. Remember, guys, music's Are You the Artist? Paint your pictures. Stay creative without rules.